Hi there, everybody. You ready for a good show? Here's Melissa.
OMG. Hey everybody, it's MK. Welcome back to MK Quilts for my weekly live feed. Yay. So we're just gonna make a little bit of small talk while people jump on. So I know that many of you saw my post about the special day that it is today. It's Mr. MK's anniversary of his 29th birthday. How many now anniversaries of your... Do the math, quick.
No. You get younger, I just get older. It's not fair. Let's just leave it at that. But I do want to thank everybody. Holy cow, is my Facebook and LinkedIn and everything else just filling up. I can barely get anything done on my phone. So thank you very much for the birthday wishes.
So we're going out to dinner tonight. Little Olive Garden coming our way.
Gotta spend time with my mom.
Yep. All right. Well, when you join us, just give us a hi, a shout out, where you're watching from, and whatnot. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jeff and Diane.
24 anniversaries. Okay.
Thanks for doing the math, Sherry.
Thank you.
All right, well, it is so good to be back home after my whirlwind trip to Houston. So that is what is first on my list. I just wanted to chatter and talk a little bit about that fantastic trip. And first and foremost, once again, a public thank you to my host, Betty, who is one of the Sim followers. I had not met her before she picked me up at the airport in Houston. And Betty, thank you so much for just, reaching out to me, for hosting me. You drove me all over the place. You got us some amazing digs downtown Houston. And I just really, really appreciate you just taking me under your wing and showing me the town and taking me to festival. So, what?
I was just going to go, I've noticed that there is nobody nicer than a quilter. I mean, there isn't another industry where you can, go and just meet your friends and you've never met them before.
Like
it's amazing.
I had a Quilt Guild member in here this week. She was quilting on my forte, and I was telling her about Houston, and she's like, "You never met her before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no." And she's like, "Well, that seems kind of odd." And I'm like, "Yeah, no." I mean, y'all are my friends, and I met so many of you while I was there, and it was just really, really awesome. I know I posted pictures and I vlogged like the whole thing, but the dinner that we had the first night was really, really great. Just people from all over. Sue was there. Sue's from Australia. And it was just really, really nice. And actually, I was just leaving the exhibition floor on my last day in Houston. I'm walking away, and somebody's like, "MK, recognized me from my back, from my hair," she said. And so it was really, really awesome. But you guys, I knew going into Houston that I was going to be overwhelmed, but I kind of feel like I didn't know what I didn't know. It was even more amazing than my wildest dreams. It was so amazing. Betty sent me an article from one of the local newspapers there, said that there was 55,000-ish people that attended the festival over the 4 or 5 days. 5 days if you count the preview night. So that's over like 11,000 people per day going through the convention center, and that place, holy Moses. They do things big in Texas, don't they? That convention center is just flat out gargantuan. I mean, it was amazing. It was so amazing. I had really planned to try to talk to some people in the Handy Quilter booth and all of that. And every time I could even get up to the booth, it was just buzzing, and everybody was busy, and I didn't want to be intrusive. I did talk to a few people. I think they thought I was working the booth. A couple of people came up, and of course I'm telling them about Pro Stitcher and all that. So that was fun. I got to actually see the lights. The light system, that was really awesome. And as I walked around the convention floor, I saw other people's lighting systems, and I really think Handy Quilter's done a great job because they're very bright. They look good. They're not like the side poles, the legs of them are not like intrusive, or you know, it's just a really pretty setup. The lighting is bright with those LED lights, and I was happy to be able to see it. The drawer, they had one of the drawers installed. Wow, that thing is huge. And thank you to all of those of you who took advantage of the sale, little promotion that we did. We have sold a bunch of those drawers. Just know that shipping is a little bit questionable on those right now. We're not sure if that's going to be in December or if it's going to be right after Christmas. So just stay tuned. Of course, like I mentioned, we submit those orders the minute they come in. So everything, right, Paul, that has come in has been submitted?
Yeah, what's this we stuff? I submitted.
He does it.
Dozens of orders. It was great.
Yeah, it was really great. Really, really great for that. So that was just, I mean, amazing. And vendors there that I hadn't seen before, and just, I mean, you could get anything there. It was amazing. The quilts. Oh my gosh. So the Best in Show quilt, you guys, any pictures that you see from Houston, like, they don't do anything justice. The Best in Show quilt was bedazzled like you would not even believe. And just, it's like the lighting in there and just the venue and how they have them displayed. You just walked in there and it was just like sparkle, and the threads and the jewels and the beads and the crystal, Swarovski crystals everywhere. I mean, wow. It was just amazing. I just had the best time. I was just looking online for Houston Festival next year. The quilt show portion of Houston starts at the end of October again. So the 31st, Halloween, and yeah, it's already going, planning for next year. All right, so I had a great time, and there's a slight outside chance that perhaps in 2019, Paul and I will start vending, and maybe we could even be at Houston with a small booth, not with the machines because Handy Quilter covers that, but perhaps with our QPI, with the things that we have planned for that, the Quilt Pattern Indexer, my classes, you know, anything else that we come up with next year. So who knows? Who knows what's in the cards? But I can tell you what, we're coming up to the end of 2018, and it has been a fantastic year for MK Quilts. And that's all because of you guys and your support and your following and your business.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Samson thanks you. Paul always like, you're feeding the dog.
Thanks for feeding the dog. You're feeding me too, which, yeah, I probably should eat less.
All right. So the other thing that I wanted to mention, you guys, and I had really wanted to hook up with some influential quilters while I was there, and I did meet some people. I met Kimmy Brunner. I mean, you know, she's rock star in our industry, right? Handy Quilter owner and retailer and ambassador, so I got to meet her in the booth. I wanted to meet up with Carly Porter, and I know that I did a little bit of videoing of Carly's quilt that she had in the show, and I'm going to try to work it out with Carly that she can come on with us sometime and just talk a little bit about a new venture that she has going and something that her and I are maybe loosely planning for next year together. But I did want to mention that Carly has started a pattern club, all right? And her and I just loosely messaged each other about this. But she has a pattern club, and she would really, you know, love you to check out her designs, her digital patterns. And if you would like to sign up for her pattern club, of course you can go to her website. I will post the links below, and she's going to give me some sort of a coupon code, not necessarily a coupon, but some sort of an indicator that you joined her club because I recommended you, okay? And apparently what Carly is planning to do is let you choose your patterns, which is really nice, because one of the reasons that I dropped my pattern clubs was because I was getting things that I just didn't need, that I wasn't using. So if you can actually join a club and pick what you're going to use, that's really huge. So watch for that. Carly and I will get that all worked out, and then I'll drop the link and any code or whatever that you're supposed to use, okay? All right, let's see. Yep, that takes care of that. Yes. All right, what's on the back side? Anything you got going you want to say?
We're just chilling here.
All right. Okay, so what's coming down the road for MK classes and events? So my Daytona event here in Florida is really going to be here like before I know it. So this is going to be like last call. If you are listening and you're in the state of Florida, or you're even, you know, in Georgia or whatever, and you want to come to my Daytona class, probably a couple of spots left for that. So get yourself signed up. It's on the website, mkquilts.com. I got to get the handouts and whatnot ordered on that. So please, sign up for that. I really am booking my events for next year. It's looking like I will be back in Michigan after the snow clears up there, doing some follow-up training with a new owner of ours. Hopefully I'm going to be somewhere up in the Northeast, you know, north of the Carolinas, maybe Rhode Island, that area, doing some training there. I do want to work out the event in Colorado. That was like the people in Colorado were the biggest chatterers on that post that I put about booking for 2019. And there is a possibility that I might be back in Texas in the outlying areas of Houston to do some training. I talked to an awesome shop owner there. She is a Handy Quilter location. We got to work out the details, but there is a chance that I will be back in Houston early next year. Okay, for all of that would be training, sim style and whatnot. Yeah, so remember, just reach out to me if you're interested in hosting me for an event, and I am willing to go anywhere. We just got to make it work financially, and we just got to get people signed up. So let's get it on the calendar. Let's do it. All right, Thread Club. So Mr. MK was here just pulling thread to fulfill our Thread Club members. Just as a reminder, Thread Club at MK Quilts is Omni, 3 of the large cones in a month, 10% off what the normal retail price is, and free shipping. Now, Paul, just step aside for 1 second. I'm going to move the camera just slightly to show you my thread wall. And a few people have asked me about that thread wall. Where did I get it? I just got it on Amazon, you guys, and I can look through my purchases and post the link below. Really, it's just those wire panels, and it was meant to be in a triangular orientation. We used it at one of our shows, but it really wasn't working for me here triangularly. It was kind of large, and so we just took it apart and mounted it on the wall.
So it's basically got a 2x4 at the base to make it stick out a little bit more on the bottom, and at the top we just used wire retaining things to screw it into the wall so it won't fall over. So we can put some of that up. It's easy to make,
yeah, it wasn't
relatively
hard at all.
inexpensive.
So Thread Club, you guys, is an ongoing program here at MK Quilts. So please spread the word to your other long arm friends. We'll happily take anybody. Basically, you just sign up on the website. It's a monthly charge to your card. Hits the day, whatever day you sign up, that's the recurring day for the charge. Paul tries to pull the thread that has been ordered around the 14th of the month. Every month you need to get on the website, tell us what colors you want. That's the big draw with our Thread Club. You get to choose your colors, and then we'll ship it out at the end of the month. And if you want any other small handy quilter gadgets, feet, needles, bobbins, whatever, we can throw that in for free shipping as well.
So, yep, any special orders from Superior Thread, if they happen to come to me before this weekend, I'm sure we can throw it in there and make you a deal as well. Putting in a big order, so what the
Yep,
heck?
so reach out to us if you want anything that Superior offers. Okay, so we're not going to give away today exactly what our after Thanksgiving Day specials are going to be here at MK Quilts, but let me give you a little hint about what it might entail. So we have, well, Handy Quilter, not we necessarily, but Handy Quilter has some bigger ticket items that maybe it's time for you to think about that. Maybe you're not ready for a whole system or machine upgrade right now, but maybe you want something like to add on Art and Stitch to your system. You never had Art and Stitch before. We can actually sell you that, and probably at a little bit less than you would pay retail if you just bought it online. How about the high-rise system? I have the hydraulic lift system on one of my tables. That's a pretty pricey item. Maybe you might find that on a special for an after Thanksgiving Day sale. How about those sidearm upgrades? That was kind of a Paul's like, yeah, you're telling everybody.
It's like, yeah, what is
Okay,
this?
well, I'm not announcing the prices. Right?
Yes.
So you're going to have to keep watching for that. Sidearms, there's a chance that those could go back on some sort of a promotion. That's a little bit bigger item. How about a new tablet? Some of you, your tablet might be aging. It might be getting to that point where premium's not running great on your tablet or whatnot. Now, there's not a whole lot of margin in the tablets. We don't, whatever. But we could maybe do free shipping or something.
Well, and here's the secret. Handy Quilter's been shipping the more expensive i7 processor tablet because they basically sold out of the i5s and can't get them. That's like a $300 to $400 hit they're taking on that, or whatever they can get discounted. But they are some sweet tablets going out right now. So
yeah. So
you will get a very powerful tablet.
And here's the thing, you guys, if a machine and system upgrade is not in the cards for you right now, if you take those steps to upgrade, make sure you're running premium on a sweet tablet, that just adds value to your system, so that when you want to sell it, you can list it as, with a brand new tablet and whatnot, recently upgraded to whatever the most recent premium, right, is. So think about that. How about something like electromagnetic channel locks? Okay, for anybody, I know this is the sim group and we don't need that because we got channel locks in with our Pro Stitcher, but if you have anybody who might want that, that's a little bit bigger ticket item too. So keep watching. We will announce those just as soon as, he gets the word from me and gets it all onto the website, okay?
Yes, boss.
All right. And you guys, the promotion from Handy Quilter with the free lights and the free drawer and all of that is still going on through Monday. Now, we are closing up a couple of deals for sure, probably within, by the end of the weekend. So, you guys, this is a really good time to buy. I don't know what promotion is coming down the pike. We never know that until just a little bit before you know it. So this has been a really sweet deal. And if you want to get free, the free lights and the free drawer, now is the time to upgrade. We just did our first matchmaking off of our website. So remember, if you have got a system that you want to get up there for sale, there's all kinds of online options for you, but you can list with us. If you're going to buy from us, we'll go ahead and waive the listing fee and Paul's fee for putting that on our website. But that might help get some traffic for you and a wider audience. Let's talk about that just really for a minute. Shipping is usually what's going to be an issue for you if you've got a buyer that's out of state.
Oh, Diane just texted. Keep going.
Okay, so shipping. The table, you guys, is usually what the issue is with shipping. Shipping the machine, a used machine, as long as you've kept your box, shipping the carriage, the Pro Stitcher, all of that, that is not an issue. So if you are getting ready to sell and you price it right, and maybe you're just going to take a hit on your current table, or maybe you're going to keep your table and sell a new table with your system, we can help you work out the shipping. We can help you maybe, zero in on a selling price. With table, without the table. Now, clearly your buyer's going to need a table, but it's easier for us to order them a new table and have it shipped from Handy Quilter to them than disassemble a whole entire table and try to ship it. It's just huge and it's heavy. You got to cut tracks sometimes. I mean, it's just not convenient. So think about that when you're thinking about perhaps selling your system, that maybe you just somehow, use the table for a banquet table and just sell it without the table. It might be an option. I don't know. If you got a local buyer, well, then they can come and get the table. And we can add on MK and PK services to your buyers, okay, as an add-on to whatever you're selling your system for.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
this is not only my show.
So I know a lot of people are considering starting this, and maybe they'll be watching this video and they really don't have Pro Stitcher. We can take a 12-foot table down to 8 feet instead of you buying the little foot table and not having all the functionality of let's call it a real quilting machine. So if you don't think you can afford a big brand new one from us, talk to us about your needs and we'll try and line you up with someone else, because usually they're going to buy from us. So if you are considering it, you know, you might be able to do an 8-foot table in your room where you thought you couldn't, and have all the fanciness of a Pro Stitcher.
So I was just thinking also real quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. Art and Stitch. Now we don't have the pricing nailed down, but I can pretty much tell you that we're going to have some sort of a promotion for Art and Stitch for after Thanksgiving. Now this is going to be for in the United States only. Okay, I need to be really clear about that. We're only authorized to resell Art and Stitch here in the USA. As it relates to a system you currently have that you might be getting ready to sell, okay? So if you already have Art and Stitch, you do not need to purchase it again if you live in the United States. You cannot resell Art and Stitch once you have activated it. Once you activate it, it's yours. So, but you don't have to buy it again, okay? So that's going to help you a little bit with pricing. You just have to deactivate it off of your current system. You can help a potential buyer for your machine get Art and Stitch. They can purchase that from us. You sell them a used machine, they get the new Art and Stitch from us. We can make that all happen. Just reach out to us if you have questions or concerns, or the whole Art and Stitch thing is a little bit confusing. Also with Art and Stitch, if you're not even sure that you want it, if you're not even sure what the heck it is, all I can tell you is get it when you're a newbie, because you will get to that point where it is something that is nice to have, and bundling it with your new machine Pro Stitcher purchase, it's more desirable that way, okay? Pricing wise, it's just more desirable that way, okay? United States only on anything I'm talking about Art and Stitch, okay? All right, I think that's it, Mr. MK.
Is Sammy done? Sammy's
oh my gosh, he's like
here.
Out.
He's like, I'm hot. Can we go now, Dad?
All right, okay. Let's show you what's on the machines. Thank you, Paul. I suppose we better sing Paul happy birthday when we're done. Okay, so over here, I'm just getting to the end of this quilt over here on McForte. This is a beautiful quilt for a friend of mine. She's putting it in our quilt show in January. This is one of those quilts that is made with Creative Grids rulers. The whole layout of that was designed by my friend Deb Heatherly, and that's turning out really, really great. Okay, before I show you over here on McFinity, it is the whole cloth that I've been working on. And you guys, I have had so many people chomping at the bit asking me about this. How do you do this? How do you even approach this? How do you stitch it out? I am making this into a class, okay? Now, when I say I'm doing that, it all takes time, okay? I'm videoing here at the machine as I'm stitching out, but then I plan to go back, do a lot of simulation work. Of course, I got to do all the editing and all of that. So I think it is going to be a really good class. This is a huge stitch out, and it's going pretty well, but you know, it's going to take me some time. So if you're interested in this class, it really behooves you to take my initial classes, at least Layout and Rendering number 1 and number 2, and Chunking the MK Way. Those 3 classes are going to prep you, kind of be prerequisites for this whole cloth class, okay? Let me just kind of scan over here. I'm kind of to a section where I don't have a lot of stitching in the center. What I'm planning to do is roll back and do this big medallion in the center. But it's going really smoothly. It's beautiful. It's actually going quicker than I thought it was gonna go. So be watching for that. That's what's coming down the pike next here at MK Quilts. All right, that's all we got for you today. I will post some links of whatever we talked about. Watch for those after Thanksgiving sales from MK. If you have been working with us on closing a deal on a system to take advantage of these promotions with Handy Quilter, let's get it done. Paul and I got a big weekend. We've got personal stuff going on this weekend. So let's get it knocked out for you. We'd love to add you to our owners club, get you the freebies from Handy Quilter, and get you going on a brand new machine. All right, you guys, let's sing happy birthday to Mr. MK. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. MK. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Love you, honey. All right, I love you guys too. Until next time, it's MK from my studio to yours. Happy quilting. Bye-bye.